me see if this thing's playing. Yep, we playing. All right. So, hey, how's it going, everybody? Millennials lead the way. We're back here with another update. Trying something different with the headphones. This time I'm using my AirPods. I know in like recent videos you hear like this. I think it's the fan noise from my laptop, but we're just gonna try it with the AirPod Pros. See what happens. All right. So, how's it going, everybody? It's been I guess like 3 months doing my quarterly update. I was gonna do it in January, but I think after a while, certain information kind of disappears, and I kind of wanted to do it today before it disappears, so I can show you guys a bit of my results. So, yeah, my account value is a lot higher than what it was, and that's mainly due to a couple of decisions I made in October and the action I took in November. And that action is adding $145,000 to my account. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, that money, a good majority of that money came from my Wealthfront account. I've decided through research and maybe just the whole sketchiness around the financial institutions, man, I think I'm done with the stock market. I want to say maybe for the next decade, I'm kind of over the whole stock market thing. And, yeah, man, so, I was trying to figure out what to do with 170,000. And, there was nothing I could come up with, man. I'm going to just be honest with you, man. I'm in the military. I don't have too much time to pursue a lot of other ideals and stuff, or even a business. And, I realized that Fundrise at the time had already been doing really good with my money. And I was like, I just need to get this money moving somewhere, because the longer I had that money in my account, the crazier my thoughts became, right? I mean, I was thinking about going out and just, blowing money, right? And the last time I felt like this was, back in 2017, when I had a whole bunch of money as well. And I was like, all right, man, I need to figure something out quick, or this money will go to, name your freaking store. So, which also interesting too is I made that same decision around the same time frame in November. I don't know what it is about November, but I tend to make a lot of changes during those times. But yeah, by far 145,000 was a lot, man. It was a huge change, and in doing so, I realized that Fundrise is no longer a risky investment to me. I think it's more of a necessary investment. I think I can't afford not to get serious with this account. So, threw the money in there. All right, so with that being said, we'll start our regular update. So, usually in these updates, I tell you the four principles I practice, and that's becoming debt-free, getting your emergency fund, increasing your income, and increasing your savings rate. These are four things that I practice. I don't have like interest in convincing you that these four things work. I just show you my results, and I let you make the choice. But that's how I got to this point, right? As you guys can see from the chart, it didn't happen overnight. And when I become a millionaire, I'll still be saying the same thing. So right now, I'm sitting at 297,000. My returns to date is $43,000, or like maybe 44. I'm at the premium account level, and my investment plan is the Balanced Investing Plus. Returns for 2021 is 4,400. Appreciation is 19,000. 0 advisory fees, and leaving me with 2,400 24,000 for 2021. All time, so since I've been with this company, I've made 16,500 in dividends, 27,500 in appreciation, and paid about $215 in advisory fees, leaving me with $43,000. Right. So it's pretty interesting, man. I wouldn't say this is a good reflection of the amount of money I have in here, and I'll explain that more when we get into the performance of the account. But as far as news feeds, man, there's been quite a few things going on with this company. So one of the big ones is something I've mentioned in previous videos that will happen, and that's the merger of a lot of these e-REITs, right? I mentioned that, you know, in order to keep everybody balanced within their plan, I think a lot of these start popping up to, you know, kind of balance everybody and not go over their limit. But you know, this was expected to happen, you know, the merger of these income ones, which ultimately should lower your expenses and, you know, put more money in your pocket, right? I'm all about consolidating, right? That's another reason why, you know, I got rid of the Wealthfront. You know, I mean, your money can grow faster when it's consolidated. So I think one of your favorite superheroes, Warren Buffett, said that, you know, or maybe it was like Ray Dalio, I don't know. They talked about how diversifying was, you know, strange. Another good thing they're doing is the Fundrise podcast. If you ain't tuned into this, you're wrong. So go ahead, tune in, and, you know, start saving these, man. This way you can access it. Another big update was, man, some of these projects, man, that Fundrise is getting into, and you know, that tied into another reason why I put this much money in, because Fundrise, the more that Fundrise teaches me about real estate, the less likely I am to go throw that money into nonsense, right? Or maybe go out and buy like a home, which, let's face it, nobody really buys a home, because something you got to understand is this is what you're competing with, right? So when you guys go out and you borrow $290,000, you're buying one home, right? But I can take 297, and I can invest it into damn near the whole neighborhood. So another thing you got to realize is when one person stops paying rent, my portfolio isn't affected. I mean, at this stage, everybody that you see on here could probably stop and I wouldn't be affected. But you in that one home, if that one tenant stops, well, you're about to get wiped off the map at that point. So, plus, I have no interest in dealing with tenants, man. I know things are about to get a little spicy for people out here, man. It's only going to get, you know, restrictions are only going to tighten up. You know, your budget's only going to get more tighter. And, you know, we're probably going to see that snatch and grab crew double in size. So, I mean, I'm not interested in dealing with tenants. So, but let's go to performance, man, so you guys can see where it's coming from. So again, with the percentages, right? I talk about this on every update because I feel that my updates that I do on Fundrise I kind of feel like the equalizer, right? I feel that if I wasn't doing Fundrise updates, people would be allowed to make crazy comparisons. People would be allowed to say nonsense in the comment section. And I just think it wouldn't stop Fundrise, but it would kind of slow them down a bit. And it's not because Fundrise is doing anything wrong. It's because people just refuse to read. And I've definitely seen Fundrise tailor their platform to make it easier for people to like comprehend, or maybe not comprehend, just they've done better to lead you to the right information, right? They make it painless. So, but as far as returns, right, there was a time where people would look at 1% and instantly start crying. They start getting, mad because they feel 1% isn't a lot. And yeah, if you got $10 in your account, 1% isn't a lot, right? But if you got a reasonable amount of money in your account, 1% can be a lot of money, right? So on the new podcast, the CEO talked about something I think his mentor told him, and he talked about his job as the CEO is to worry about the downsides, and the upsides will take care of themselves. And I really like that, man, because that tells me where his mindset is. It's long term. That's why I'm confident in putting my money in here. I know it's going to be there, man. So my new motto is going to be, I'm going to worry about my savings rate and let Fundrise handle the returns. So if you have a high savings rate, you shouldn't be worrying about the returns because Fundrise will take care of that portion. So some of y'all that are watching this probably have a Fundrise account, and your return or your percentage may be higher than mine. But because I most likely have a higher savings rate than you, I have more money, right? So, a 1%, 8%, 4% for me is in the thousands, right? So, and again, this isn't a good reflection of it because I added damn near half of my portfolio at the end of the year. So next year, you're probably going to see these numbers. These are probably permanent numbers. So I guess another comparison I can do is, 8% in 2019 will be a lot lower than 4% in the fourth quarter of 2021. And the reason is I had less money in the account in 2019 than I do now in 2021. So for people crying about returns, if you have nothing in your account, whatever percentage you get will most likely be nothing. And that is not to discourage you. That's just to keep you guys tethered to reality. The internet tends to take people to Wonderland a lot. So just to make the example, 4% in the fourth quarter, 8,000, and then 8% in 2019 is 7. Right? If that wasn't clear, I don't know what to say to you, man. I mean, I'm not that interested in busting it down that far. But I will show you where the majority of these returns came from. It looks like a lot of the OGs, man, were pulling their weight this year. I'm talking about East, from West Coast and up. Oh, the E-Fund also and up, right? Everybody was pulling their weight. So, and then just looking at the lower ones. You guys can pause this if you want, man. It's up to you. The interval fund, right? I'm bringing back 1,200, and I'm gonna talk specifically about this one when we get into the portfolio section, but and we'll bust open my favorite chart and percentages again. So, I told you guys this is my favorite chart because some people will look at, maybe photos to kind of get a glimpse of time. I like looking at this chart, man. It's weird, man. No matter where I go to at this chart, I can remember where I was and what I was doing in life. So that's why I like this chart. But yeah, like I said, man, I made the decision in October to completely exit the stock market. So, and then I took action in November to get the money in the account. Now I'm gonna make a video about Wealthfront. So yeah, I'm gonna make a video about that. Actually, I already made the video. I just forgot to upload it, so I'm gonna upload it right after I upload this one. But yeah, the money took about 5 days to clear. So I put the money in, I think, on like the 22nd, and it cleared like on the 29th. So yeah, man. I'm interested to see, man, what this money does. And like I said, in 2017, it was a partial year because I added the majority of this cash towards the end. So when I started the year with 49,000, that's when you started seeing, right, the results from that. Same thing is going to happen next year, right? I started the year with 17, so you can probably expect this to double, maybe triple for next year. Yeah, I don't know what the appreciation is going to look like next year. I mean, I think this will maintain. I think it'll maintain. So, but as far as principal invested this year, it's 156,000. And then because I changed up my plan, I'm probably gonna start adding the money to Fundrise that originally I started putting in Wealthfront. So probably gonna add maybe 2,500 to $3,000 a month in the Fundrise going forward. So it'll probably be like maybe 36,000 a year. So just so you guys can see these results. Distributions. I don't plan on pulling anything from this account for the next 10 or so years minimum. I'm kind of treating Fundrise as if it was another military pension. Now, obviously, I don't think anything can match that, but if I can double the amount that the military pension has, which I think the pension is worth 1.8 or maybe 2 million. If I can get at least 3 million in this account, and it pays out 100,000, maybe 160, 170, I'd be satisfied with that. Like, I'd be real happy with that. So, and that's like after taxes. So it'll probably be more than that, but just after taxes, 170. Yeah, that would be. So we'll go into the portfolio. So I'll show you exactly where, and you could probably guess where that money went. Again, I don't play musical chairs with the E-REITs. I let Fundrise allocate the funds, and I focus on the savings rate. So as you guys can see, about 124,000 went into the interval fund. 4,400 went to the Fundrise E-Fund, and 16,000 went to the Income E-REIT 5. Is that 5? Yeah, I think that's 5, bro. So let's go into this interval fund. That's like half of my portfolio now. So I bought into this around $12.14. I think this is gonna be the big producer, man. Just looking at some of the projects in here, this thing is about to start paying out something hefty. Just something hefty. So I'm not mad. Plus, this interval fund provides a little more liquidity than the OGs that I originally had. So I'm not too worried. Not that I want to pull anything out of here anyway, right? Remember, it's a long-term investment. So, but it's kind of interesting because my account fluctuates daily now. Now it ain't doing something like the stock market was doing, but it does fluctuate, right? So if this goes up maybe 1 penny, my account shoots up $300, right? If it goes up like 50 cents, my account shoots up like maybe $5,000, right? So I mean, this thing fluctuates. So you'll probably start seeing larger increases when I do quarterly updates, depending on how the interval fund does. So I mean, if it goes up $1, I think I got like over 11,000 shares, so that's maybe like 10 grand. So again, this isn't a good reflection of what this can do because I added this money at the end, damn near at the end of the year. So we'll see what it does next year, man. We'll see what it does, what it do. And then it's going to be nice because a lot of these E-REITs income ones are going to be combined. So that'll probably be the second highest holding, and then it'll be the Fundrise E-Fund and then the OGs. So kind of lighten this up, man. I kind of feel like I know where Fundrise is taking it. If the future is anything how I believe it's going to go, there's going to be a large influx of investors piling in the Fundrise in the next coming years, especially as things start to get more tighter with real estate. And I mean, it's not going away, man. So I think people believe like the housing market's going to crash or things are going to crash again. I mean, ain't nothing going to crash. It's high forever, bro. Like, some of y'all sold your homes because you got a little bit of like chump change and appreciation. All you did was guarantee that you're never going to get back into that community again. So hopefully you guys kept, you hung on to what you had. But I'm starting to realize there are multiple ways to get people out of a neighborhood or out of a certain area. And appreciation is an effective way, right? It's a more tasteful manner rather than the bank just saying, hey, ciao. They can just give you a little more money and you'll leave on your own accord. It's crazy. What's one last thing I wanted to touch on? Oh yeah, man, let's touch on this goal. So because my whole strategy has changed up, I no longer see the 1.3 million as a target anymore. I think that's kind of the bare minimum. So in order for me to like replicate something of a pension, I need to have maybe 3 million in here. So let's see what 3 million I would have to do. Bro, I'm tripping, bro. Like, what is going on? All right. So 2,400, man, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Right? So, and again, man, this is why I tell y'all to stay out of debt, get your emergency fund, increase your income, do whatever profession it is you're doing. And your savings rate, this shouldn't be a problem with your savings rate. So this is less than what I was doing with Wealthfront by itself. So this should definitely be no problem, right? And I think I'm gonna just take that $500 or extra $1,500 and probably throw it into something I'm gonna talk about after this. But I low key wanna explore something else too, though, man. Like, I want to see what the income goal, create a new goal. So I want to see like what the income goal would have been. Number of years as Fundrise, maximum of 50 years. Damn. Let's just do that, man. 25. Let's see what that is. Actually, nah, because I retired from the military in 29, so let's say like 15. Say 15. See what happens. Keep in mind, how much passive income would you like to generate on a monthly basis? And this is the hard part, right? Because I don't know what I'm gonna need, man. I think the military probably will pay me out 50,000. So three. Whoops. Screw it, dude. Let's just say generate on a monthly basis. Let's see what 10 grand would do. They won't even let me do all right, let's see what that does, man. Oh, okay. So I was right. So I mean, it's a little higher, but again, I mean, I was putting more money in freaking in Wealthfront, right? Or let's face it, I was giving more money to BlackRock to BLM. It's basically what Wealthfront is. So, man, that's a hell no. But we'll stick with this, man. We'll stick with this. I'll probably mess around with it more after this update, but we'll just do that. Set up auto invest. I still got to pay taxes, so we're gonna just hold off on this for a little bit. I didn't put all my money in the Fundrise, guys. I mean, I still got to pay taxes, bro. I ain't invincible. I'll do this later. And then back to dashboard. All right, so attention required. So yeah, so we'll fix that up. And I think that's about it, man, for this update, bro. 2022, man, it's gonna be hot, bro. You gotta keep going, man. Keep going. Stay motivated. Again, get out of debt. Get your emergency fund. Increase your income and increase your savings rate. All right. So before we go, man, I usually don't write down stuff, but there's like two things I want you guys to hear, and it's two things that I feel that's important to be said, especially to the young Thundercats out there. And obviously, I'm not going to go out of my way to prove this to you, nor will I argue with you about it, because I'm a random ass YouTuber with a random opinion, right? And if you're listening to random YouTubers, you're going to get random results. But there are two things that I believe, without a doubt, is the most cost-efficient way that the government, combined with these corporations, can wipe you off the map. And this can be proved by data. This can be proved in real life, right? You walk outside, you ask anybody, and then it can also be proved, just with internet searches. These two variables are a 2-for-1 deal, meaning if one fails, the other one will follow. And with these two variables, the cons far outweigh the pros. So the first variable is debt. If you are in debt, you will lose. All right? I'm just telling you right now. Right? You owe money to a bank, you will lose. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. The second variable is getting married. Now, I know that's a controversial topic on the internet, but in today's modern world, marriage is not something that is designed to benefit you. Now, I'm not saying you can't find a more modern way, but getting married today is a cost-efficient way of wiping you off the map. Going into debt is a cost-efficient way of wiping you off the map, right? These are two things that somebody at all times has leverage over you, right? And if I have leverage over you, I can cause you to stress. If I can cause you to stress, the decisions you make under stress are vastly different than the ones you make when you're free. All right? And between 2020 and 2021, that was a social experiment, and it just proved how easy it is to knock the majority of you off the map. So, for anybody that was wondering, and if nobody told you, I told you. So, in the future, whatever happens, you can't say that somebody didn't tell you. All right? Other than that, man, stay motivated, all right? And don't let people, drag you down. All right, so we're going to close this out real quick, man, because there's one other thing I wanted to show you guys if you're still here. Happy New Year's, by the way. But there's this company right here that I've been looking at. Now, I've said in previous videos before, gold was sketchy, man, right? There was a lot of stuff about it that, there's just too much nonsense around it. And because of technology, by the way, has made everything more streamlined, right? You cut out a lot of the BS and you can get straight to the source, right? You can go straight to what it is you're looking for. And Volted made me, it forced me to reconsider. And so I don't make this video too long. Just check out the website. Just check them out. But it's something I'm heavily considering. Like I said, because they cut out a lot of BS. Right? There's no more guessing now. There's no more guessing. So, like I said, just check them out. I don't have a referral code for it. So, just check them out. Yeah. I think that's about all I got, man. I'll see you guys. I don't know, man. Who knows, man? Maybe this might be my last update, man. You never know, bro. You never know. But it's weird, man. I feel good, man. I'm 30 now. I look good. I feel good. Dirty 30s, man. I feel dirty, man. Jeez. My goodness, man. Sometimes I look at private sometimes, man. I'm like, damn. I used to be 19 one day. Yeah. All right, I'm just bullshitting now. All right, y'all. Be easy. Millennials, lead the way.